Hello golfers, this is Glen Osborne. I teach golf. I teach basic body movement for golf. Something more basic than what the golf pros teach as their basics. In any sport, I feel body movement is critical, and I taught grades 1 to 9 phys ed, and my grade were learning body control, movement without being clumsy, how to throw things, catch things without being clumsy. So my approach to this video has to do with body control for a critical part of the golf swing. Mind games. This is a mind game. Golf has lots of mental apprehensions, I guess we can call it. There's subconscious action going on, along with conscious thought. The trouble is, too many conscious thoughts come into the sequence, and often with so many thoughts, they're going to be out of order. That's why tips coming from friends they're all good tips usually, but they just simply cannot help a beginning or struggling golfer because the tip is not applied to the proper time and place. Mind games. This, by the way, is a cartoon head with a golf course in it. Mind game. It could be viewed and interpreted in many, many different ways. Very funny. I really like this and keep it handy all the time. Most golfers, when they go to swing and hit a golf ball, they don't realize it, but their subconscious is geared to propel the ball from where it sits to get way out there where it's supposed to land. As a result, a lot of faulty movements creep into the sequence. A lot of golfers have trouble getting back to here because they don't know how to turn. I teach this as one of the very first things in all my lessons. I don't care how they hold a club. In fact, most of my lessons start out for about 15 minutes without a club and their hands here. Right kidney muscle turns you into position. Then from here, trouble starts. A push motion. A hand flip push motion. Halfway down, coming around, pushing. So many different variations. Lean to push. That hurts the back. Lean forward. And then when the ball starts going this way, the golfer leans backwards to try and get the ball square. This move is to help give the club head time to square. Of course, by then the golf shot is ruined, and the club comes across with a pushing motion and way out to the right for right-handers, out to the left for left-handers. So, we want to get rid of all potential motions that tend to force that club head horizontally to get the ball away out there. I know some people teach that, well, golfers are trying to lift the ball. No, that's an extreme. Why I figured this one out is I watch people with their driver. You don't have to try to lift the ball with the driver. You position yourself well behind the ball. The ball's on a tee at varying heights that suit you, and everything is set up for the club to be coming up into the ball to automatically lift it, to get it in the air. The other thing I noticed was in putting. There's no intent to get that ball in the air when you're putting. And yet the same motions, hand flip, punch, punch, hand flip, lean, all are motions to propel the ball from where it is to the hole. And these same motions are creeping in or do creep into the swing. Hand flip, reaching with the arms. So many things going wrong. All kinds of troubles. And it all comes from one subconscious thought. Get the ball from where it's sitting to way out there. Axe. My dad never golfed. He taught me the golf swing, accidentally. When I was 10, the oldest in the family, I got assigned to splitting the firewood for the winter wood stove. And this is in Manitoba, long winters, lots of wood. My dad would not allow me to do this. This, yes, most people do this, but my dad wouldn't let me because in Manitoba we had a lot of oak trees. They're about this diameter, many of them. The logs would be cut to length. My dad then would say, put this one chunk here, make a gouge in the ground behind to support the wood, and then come and stand to the side. This way, the axe would come in, catch a knot, veer off, and take off toes. We had kids in the farms with this happening, sometimes half a foot. My dad didn't want that to happen. So he had me stand at the side. I could feel my way as to where to position myself, but the idea was to come down from the side, and I could swing as hard as I want. If the axe hit a knot and veered off, it was going to miss my foot. And I would spend hours. They even brought me a transistor radio, first one in the country, so I could take it out and listen to my country music and pretend that I could sing as good as Jim Reeves and Johnny Horton, and then squawk away and hack away or chop wood. I learned to chop wood correctly. And my dad then had me do this, and I discovered that if I did a bunch of these to get through one piece of wood, wore me out. I figured out that if I could get way up here and come down with all my might and get through that wood with one, possibly two blows, I could spend all afternoon without getting worn out. Did you see what I was doing as I demonstrated this? Basically, the golf swing. Up, notice my turn. See the buttons here? Notice my posture. And then I wanted every ounce of mass from my spine out this way, including my arms and hands and axe. I wanted that to come from here and get as much speed and power by the time I got to here, so that axe could get through this piece of wood. The way to do it was with the turning muscles. Turn around and up, turn down and out with step on the gas force.